All right, pay attention. You're coming to Punta Cana and you booked an all-inclusive resort like 98% of us are going to do. Of course, you want a great pool scene and a great beach and probably even a great crowd as well. But what if a deal breaker for you is the food? What if you place a lot of emphasis on food? The good news is I just stayed at 14 of the best all-inclusives. And in this video, I'm going to rank them in terms of food from worst to first. Let's go. Okay, number 14 is TRS Turquesa. There's not much to say. TRS Turquesa is coming in at the last of my list. It's interesting because TRS Turquesa is a very well-regarded hotel. It's supposed to be a 5-star hotel. There are lesser hotels on this list with better food. The food at TRS Turquesa is just plain bad. It comes in at number 14. Right behind it is another 5-star property, Royalton Punta Cana. Royalton Punta Cana even had better restaurants than TRS Turquesa. It had Hunter's Steakhouse, it had a sushi place, it had a buffet, but all of those were really disappointments. There really isn't much good to say about the food at Royalton Punta Cana, and that's why it comes in at number 13. Okay, number 12 is Rio Republica. Now, this is kind of an outlier because the food there actually wasn't that bad. And for $99 a night, that's what I paid for Rio Republica. For a $99 a night hotel, all you can eat, all you can drink, the food was actually better than what I thought it would be. Half of the restaurants are going to be buffet style where you serve yourself, but the other half are going to be traditional sit down. The food wasn't that bad for $99 a night. There's just better food to have at Punta Cana. Rio Republica comes in at number 12. Number 11 is Hard Rock. Hard Rock is one of the most expensive hotels in Punta Cana. It is one of the most popular hotels in Punta Cana. You would think that the food would be better, but really, at best, it was average. There were some highlights. I thought the Brazilian steakhouse was okay, and I thought that its market buffet was one of the best buffets in all of Punta Cana. Nonetheless, overall, the food at Hard Rock was just okay. That's why it comes in at number 11. All right, number 10 is Dreams Punta Cana. There are multiple Dreams locations in Punta Cana. This one is literally Dreams Punta Cana. For the price, the food actually wasn't that bad. It was average to good. The most standout restaurant there is the Italian restaurant, and there are other good places to get a bite. The food wasn't great, but it also wasn't bad. That's why Dreams comes in at number 10. Number 9 is Breathless Punta Cana. This one is a shocker for me because Breathless is the most expensive resort that I've stayed at in Punta Cana. More expensive than Majestic Mirage, more expensive than Excellence. The food actually was pretty good. The only problem is it wasn't $500 a night, $600 a night, $700 a night, which is what I paid. Good. The food was good, but the menu selection was really poor. There wasn't very diverse. At some of the best restaurants, they only had 4 or 5 entrees to choose from. Trust me, the food at Breathless is not bad. You will not be disappointed, but for the money, you could definitely do a lot better. Breathless comes in at number 9. All right, number 8 is Royalton Bavaro. Now, this one's interesting because Royalton Bavaro and Royalton Punta Cana, not only are they owned by the same company, Royalton, they're right next door to each other. You would think that the food quality would be a lot more similar. But if you're all about food, you definitely want to choose Royalton Bavaro over Royalton Punta Cana. I had one of my best meals of all time in Punta Cana at, I think it's called Oceanside or Seaside. And overall, I thought the food was definitely above average. Royalton Bavaro comes in at number 8. All right, number 7 is Royalton Chic. It is consistently better than both Royalton Bavaro and Royalton Punta Cana. My meal at Pescari was legendary. It was unforgettable. And overall, I thought the food quality, considering the cheaper price of the hotel, was absolutely fantastic. Royalton Chic comes in at number 7. All right, we are entering the top 6, and this is where things get difficult. I'm putting Secrets Royal Beach at number 6. You can never go wrong, I think, with Secrets Royal Beach in terms of drinks and in terms of food. They have some of the best in Punta Cana. That's kind of what Secrets is known for, is having high quality across all different realms of the stay. The restaurants were fantastic. They had a French restaurant. They kind of had like a grill, an American grill type restaurant. They had hibachi. Every meal was really good. Secrets Royal Beach comes in at number 6. Number 5 is Majestic Elegance. I like the steakhouse. I like the Italian place. I like the French place. Although it wasn't as good as Majestic Mirage, which is upcoming in this list, it was only slightly less as good for about half of the price. The value of Majestic Elegance is unbeatable, and that's why it comes in at number 5. Number 4 is Luxury Ambar, Bahia Principe Luxury Ambar. For those of you that think I'm biased and I have a bone to pick with Luxury Ambar, I don't. I just call it like it is. I said I thought the rooms were remodeled and they looked great, and I also said the food is some of the best I've had in Punta Cana. It is. The restaurants were fantastic, especially considering the price that you pay. If you stay at Luxury Ambar, it's not going to break the bank, and you're going to get really, really, really good food to go with it. Luxury Ambar comes in at number 4. All right, number 3 is Majestic Mirage. Forever, I called Majestic Mirage my favorite place to eat in Punta Cana. I had one of my best meals of all time at both the Italian place and the French place. Everything you eat there, from the coffee shop to the steakhouse to the French place, the Italian place, even to the finger foods, were really delicious. Majestic Mirage at one time for me had the best restaurants in Punta Cana. It comes in at number 3. Number 2 is where I am right now. I never saw this place coming in terms of food, and that is Azul Beach and Margaritaville. This hotel is brand new, and you can tell that they're really doing things differently at this property. The food is slightly more casual than what you'd find at, say, Majestic Mirage or Secrets, but it even has an uptick of quality. For me personally, I would rather have phenomenal casual to great food than just mediocre upper end food. The restaurants are entirely authentic. It makes you feel like you're actually dining at a real dining establishment. The menus are expansive, and the food is some of the best I've had in Punta Cana. Not to mention the room service is the absolute best room service I've ever had at any Punta Cana hotel, even better than number 1 on my list. Azul Beach and Margaritaville easily comes in at number 2. And no surprise at number 1, it is Excellence. Excellence scores off the charts in a lot of categories, and food is one of them. It has the most expansive room service menu I've ever seen in Punta Cana. I had my best meal ever in Punta Cana at their French restaurant, Chez Isabelle, and every single restaurant definitely outperformed. No equivocations, no questions. If you're all about food, you definitely need to stay at Excellence, and that's why it comes in at number 1.